And one night after work, I went out with some co-workers to try and find some club. I don't remember what, but it was closed or shut down or something. And so we split up. And I was walking back to my car, and I heard music.
It's a song about the really dark side of the circus.
So I just followed it, and literally, and walked down this side street and opened the door and walked into the old quarter.
The clown car pulled up, no clowns inside. The bearded lady.
You know, this place was called the Acoustic Cafe for a year. Well, I came by here because Richard had played here, and I said, I came by here to get a gig. And just on my way back to Houston, out of the blue, and I was pulled up and all the furniture was outside. So I just walked in, I said, what happened? They said, well, she didn't pay rent for 4 months and da-da-da. And I said, is it for lease? They said, yeah. I said, I'll take it. I rented it on the absolute spur of the moment.
The whip and the chair. The elephants put their sail.
I started by passing the bedpan.
Crying ain't nothing worth remembering down.
So those of you who don't know the old quarter, that was where we put our cover charge.
That's the way the original quarter was. We didn't have fights. We didn't call the police every day, you know. We rarely ever called the police because people just didn't fight. We were hippies. When you're smoking weed, you don't fight as much as when you're drinking whiskey. The main thing in life was getting laid and playing music.
I just set up right at Towns's feet. Had a little 1-foot stage or something like that, and I was just right there. Towns was about where that light is, and I'm sitting right here, just at his feet off the stage.
Shooting dice.
We were open every day because we lived there anyway. We may as well be open.
And I remember thinking to myself one night, seriously, you know, that I was sitting there, this is just like that. This is history. It's history in the making right before my very eyes.
Yeah, Rex made you feel at home and like you belonged here. There was a no judgment zone because there was all kinds of freaks and weirdos and I was one of them in my own way, and it was like this was our tribe. This was the thing that tied us all together.
The audience was with us. Every single gig we played here, you could feel it, they could feel it, Rex could feel it. You know, there's magic.
When we needed the old quarter in our careers, it was there.
And Rex said, hey man, he goes, I can pay you in cash or I can pay you in weed. And I was like, well, can we split it half and half? Because I'm a little dry right now. And he gave me like a whopping bag of just Mexican lettuce.
He was a tattooed man. He did not know what lay in Stoll.
Well, I think the thing is with the old quarter, it was like Rex didn't like us. He didn't like any of us that played there. He didn't like any band that I brought there. He just dealt with it because we sold his beer, man. We bought all his beer. We packed the house. Yeah, so Rex lets him in because he's working the fucking door.
Yeah, because he wants to make sure he gets his cut.
And then I'm like, there's Bubba. And then I see Rex. He's thinking around the corner looking at me.
Yeah, Dale and Rex were the owners. They started the old quarter together, but Rex kind of got off into other stuff, and Dale ended up pretty much running the place.
Dale came walking up saying, oh man. And it was like a Saturday night. It was the end of the week. And somebody ripped off the old quarter. Somebody got in the register and stole the whole week's receipts. I mean, without thinking an instant, Dwayne Allman said, look, we'll come down tomorrow and do a benefit. Don't advertise it, just put, but word of mouth. And word of mouth got out. And lo and behold, the joint was absolutely packed the next night.
Because most of the people that came in here had very little in common, other than they loved music and they considered this their home. And that was really special.
3 rings of a circus is a dangerous place. They shoot horses.
We went out the front door. That might be Starbucks. Let me get rid of this.